Let's check out this one. Of course, they broke into that one and broke into that one. Hey, bud, you guys gotta go. Andrew Cross here with Andrew Buys Homes. I'm going to show you one of our projects here. Now this project here has been taking us just a little bit longer because we are a little short on construction workers, and we bought, well, let's just face it, I went a little nuts and I bought too many houses 1 month, and so we're a little bit behind schedule. But also this one is giving us an extra run for our money because we are waiting for permits on the electrical. And that has been almost 2 months that we really can't do much here to this property. Anyway, we have had break-in after break-in after break-in. Right over here is a homeless community. Over there in that creek, they found my house, and now they're breaking into it on a regular basis. If you show them this one over here, you don't know it, but there's about 15 people living in that house. It's been burnt. There's been a lot of other problems. At one point in time, we were here on a Thursday. We came back on a Monday, and an entire community had moved into this place. Look at this.
They're all in here.
One piece at a time. Look at this. Man, it's pretty bad when you're a hoarder and you ain't got a house. We just cleaned this place. Man, those are my screws. All this, they added. About 10 foot? 9.5. They just extended my fence to 9.5 feet. Oh, and they stole the copper underneath that house. Yeah, that's just part of it, I guess. But man, this is just crazy. Man, you know what? I would pay him if
we'd pay him if he'd come to work.
If he'd show up. Of course, he only wants to work the night shift. Everybody wants to be a real estate investor until one of their houses gets broken into. But you know, it's just part of it. You got to kick them out. You know what? Let's go to the back door. It's probably going to be easier to get in the back door. This is also our 4th dumpster out of this place. One of the dumpsters was literally just from the homeless people. If you look down here, this ground has all been dug up. We had a water line break here, so we couldn't get water here. So all this line has been replaced. This plywood is here, covering this up. It's been quite an ordeal here. So, oh, fantastic. Somebody's kicked this door in. This door was screwed shut the other day. There was a huge piece of plywood covering over the shower. We have no idea what is behind this piece of plywood. I'm hoping we find a shower and not a body. Oh, if a body would be cool. It's a shower. Oh, shoot, I just fell through the wall. Oh, yes. Yeah. You never know what you're gonna get, but oh, look at that. That is some impressive, really, really, really impressive work here. Well, guess what? James, you have a project.
Yeah.
On the bright side, we did just score a $58 piece of plywood. But unfortunately, we did not have enough breaker space here, so we actually had to pull a permit on this one and upgrade our breaker panel here. So this little doggy door here, see the board over it? That's because somebody kept breaking into this thing. We could not figure out how they were getting in here and sleeping in here. Come to find out, they were coming through the doggy door. Sometimes they're really good. Sometimes, you know, they get on a bender, they take too much one night. Next thing you know, they're starting fires or fights or causing problems. For the most part though, they really don't cause any problems. And I mean, shoot, the government's giving them enough money right now that they don't have to steal, so they just keep finding houses. When I bought this house, this had glass, and so did this. There we go. So they broke into this. This is a damage from an AC unit. This is one of the reasons I don't like AC units in my houses. I like to swap them all out just for this reason right here. Bedroom number 1, bathroom number 2. We got a little bit of rot, a little bit of problems here. I was hoping they were just gonna jack this floor up and fix it, and then once they pulled everything loose, we found all this. These old cast iron drain lines. Fortunately, I mean, these are in good shape, so the drain lines can be pretty well saved throughout. But we are completely, if you look there, that's new PEX. We're gonna completely re-PEX this house. There's just, I mean, by the time we patched it all together, we might as well just replace it. So we're getting rid of that window. That's my favorite thing to do.
Removing that window, is that sarcasm or do you actually like doing that?
No, I like to, I take the shower, I take the windows out of every bathroom. They rot, they just rot. Once you put a shower in, they start running down, they start molding, they start getting all messed up. That's neat, what is that? That might be like an old chimney. The more years I do this, the more times I'm just amazed and just like, what is that? What were they thinking? You know, that's back before code. People could pretty much build whatever they wanted. Ah, car warranty. This place needs to be cleared out. We're gonna replace the countertops. We're going to just rip out all these cabinets, and that way the guys can come through here. Yeah, we're just gonna do vinyl.
So you just put whatever there?
Plywood, yeah. Plywood's just as thick. So this is 3/4 inch, plywood's 3/4 inch. This is back in the day, so once again, not before code. Nowadays, we have to put 1 1/8 inch on the floors. If we build new construction, you have to have at least 1 1/8 inch worth of wood underneath you. Back then, you could save money with the builder if you just went 1 layer. And that's what they had done here. So this is just 1 layer of finished floor and nothing underneath it. Typically what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to put that 1 layer in there, and then they'll put a layer of roofing felt down, and then they'll put your hardwood floors on it. If you have really nice red oak hardwood floors on your house, that's what you have underneath it. This is a yellow pine, so this is a cheaper floor so they can get away with some stuff. And that's the way they used to build houses back in the 80s all the way, you know, back in the 60s. I don't know when they stopped doing it, but then they started using plywood. And some of the old historical homes, they used to go in there and they would do the same thing. And they put the really, really expensive wood on the outside because they put throw rugs down everywhere. So they put these really nice, and you pull up the carpet, you're like, what is going on here? Anyway, we'll do vinyl kitchen and bathrooms, and then we'll just do carpet everywhere else. So that's what I've been doing. Some people say I'm doing it wrong, but it seems to be working pretty nice for so far. I know one of these days I might look back and regret not putting hardwood floors in all of my houses, but I can always do that later. Oh, and here you go. Here's one of the fires. So this is what I came in. This is what really started pissing me off. And they came in here and there was a pot, a cooking pot, and they had started a fire right here. One of the things I like to do is I'll go through and I put red X's on everything. So I'll go through with blue tape. I'll put blue tape with X's, anything I plan on saving. So if there's like a ceiling fan, a bathtub, or something like that that normally we might demo and it might be a little iffy, I'll put a blue tape on it and that says save. If I'm planning on demoing it, I just go through there with red spray paint, but I'll go through and I just put a giant red X. Anytime I'm going through the house and they're doing the demo and they forget a screw, a nail, they forget anything, I just reach over there with red paint, and then they know that needs to be taken care of. So that way they're not calling me and asking me on a regular basis. You know, they don't know what the different plans are and they don't know what the area calls for and all that. So that's where I come in.
What's your plan with the siding?
We'll power wash it. Any of the holes, we'll fill them in with some silicone caulking. So there's a few little places around here. Yeah, we'll fill stuff like this. So you got a little hail damage or something there. If they're really bad, we'll replace it. But stuff like this, I can just seal that up with some white silicone. Nobody ever know the difference. As long as it doesn't get water in behind it, I don't really care. So, but this stuff's in good shape. I mean, I guarantee you, we put a power washer on this, you won't even recognize this house. We'll paint all the wood, give this a nice gray. You know, we do our color gray and white, so this house is white. We'll do this in gray. Paint the soffits, put a nice coat of paint on it, and easy peasy, we're out of here. Go to the next one. So on this house here, I bought this 6 months ago. This also, forget the numbers, this is an interesting story. So when we bought this house, it had a probate with it on top of a quiet title that needed to be done. So I had to buy this cash, wait 43 days, which also took longer, took almost 60 days to get through the quiet title. So right now I own it, but the owners haven't got paid yet, because the money's still sitting in escrow. So it was has been a long drawn out process. And then I turn around and get the breaker box on there, and now that's held me up for another 2 months. Real estate really gets ugly, messy, and it's sort of kind of fun because you get to go really, really super creative, especially when you have a little bit of cash. So we're burying this one as well, like we're burying the other one. So let me see, I bought this house, I wanna say it was like $38,000 is what I bought it for. I was planning on spending about 30 on it, maybe 40. So far we found a bunch of surprises, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm probably gonna be up another 5 or 10. So we'll rent this house out for hopefully about $850. The guy in the back is paying $625 a month. ARV, once again, it is really crazy over here. So we're on 27th Street, downtown's right down the street, and we are within walking distance of the Scissortail Park and all that stuff that's going down there. So right now I have comps anywhere from 200 to 103. So we'll see what they come out, but I honestly think I could probably sell this place Once I got it fixed up, I could easily sell this place for at least probably 120, at least 120. Lady next door has been trying to buy it from me since we got it. She's trying to move her daughter in here. She cracks me up. She's like, the place is awful, the neighborhood's awful. Can we buy it? I'm like, but yeah, I really also feel like this is going to be a huge appreciating area. So that's why I'm trying to hang on to areas. Really, guys, I'm looking for anything close to downtown, anything close to the river on both sides. That's sort of my honey spot. I would love to buy more houses there. This will be the alleyway. This is the alleyway for our other property. And this is why we end up having so many problems, is they just come right here and then walk down the alleyway. And fortunately, we've slowed them down. Hey, bud. You guys gotta go. What are you guys doing here? Keep breaking in my house, man. Get out of here.
No, I got someone showed me.
No, get out of here, bud. Get out of here. Cops are on the way. Let's go. Come on, move. Grab your stuff. Grab your stuff, bud. They tore out my sheetrock and stole my plywood. Are they demoing my house? But, you know, just part of making Oklahoma beautiful. That's a really nice house there. Trying to get a hold of that guy right there. People say there's no deals in Oklahoma. The problem is they're just not willing to go look for them. They're not willing to go do the work for them. I mean, I was driving over here, had to stop 3 times just to get their addresses down. The inside of this place is not in terrible shape. It's actually in pretty good shape. He's gone in here and cleaned it up. But this will be the parking for the back of the house. We fortunately didn't have to pull permits or get anything done for this electrical, so we were able to hook that electrical up right off the bat. As soon as I get that stinking permit, we'll get that other house finished up. It'll be a pretty little asset. I think it'll double in value, triple in value over the next 4 or 5 years, especially with what they're doing downtown. I'll probably get $1,400 a month. And my payment on this place, I mean, I'll only be into it for 80-ish. So, I mean, that'll make $800 a month or something like that, probably when it's all said and done. Don't take many of those to make a living.